It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Ravens and the Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers to... Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, you're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. Good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now Jackson on first down. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. From the 35, here's second down and a yard. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run once more with Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Jackson. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake, and he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And, partner, I know so far we're... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Jackson will throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Kyle Duggar credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for the second quarter. And I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So that kick gives him... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Second down in a yard. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Huntley to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Ravens send their punter out now. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Commanders... So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Huntley looks to throw. Open man is Duvernay.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
And the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And look at this, another fake, but he will not come anywhere close to the 1st down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs.
So a definite surprise.
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
Here's Huntley. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw, Huntley.
Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. 3rd down. Here's Huntley now. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Back now at FedEx Field. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Huntley.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Huntley. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's Huntley. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. Got his target. That's Kohler. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
On 3rd down, Huntley. That is caught. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Huntley. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Huntley working from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Let's go.
4th down, Huntley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah.
final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he's dropped. To gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone, Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now it's Jackson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
You know, last week I remember asking you what an offensive coordinator you're looking for week 2 of the preseason. Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tougher.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got him in, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Stuck for a loss by the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you open up lanes for your runners.
The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson now.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up. Jackson on first down. And a little floater there is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain.
And got his man complete. And that'll be taken in, but throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They go play action with Huntley. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the fourth quarter now. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. That's going deep for Bateman.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Here's Huntley.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going for it. Huntley.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Hold the set.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Huntley. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, certainly.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. Open man is Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
The movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd down throw from Huntley.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you look back home. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, for the Ravens, Charles, starting 2023 here at home, you know, for a long time, the future of Lamar Jackson seemed to be kind of up in the air, at least in terms of would he be a Raven. But number 8 is out there, and you can bet that makes a lot of folks happy here in Baltimore.
Starting with Lamar Jackson, who wanted to be a Raven. He didn't want to be anywhere else. Second, how about the head coach, John Harbaugh? Now they'll just retool the offense a little bit, trying to expand upon the talents that Lamar Jackson brings to the table and find their way back to the Super Bowl.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment. So this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at court.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Here comes 3rd down at 7.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just about on his own goal line. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent. Now Jackson on first down. That escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Will Anderson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. On second down, here's Jackson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
From the gun on third down, Jackson.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards there for number 15.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Jackson will throw again. And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
On third down, Jackson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
DC, ready?
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Got a man, it's caught for the Ravens touchdown.
Gus Edwards
From 4 yards out. And the Ravens are back within a score.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the...
Hey, out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Edwards. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's Jackson. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. This will wind up a loss on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. Jackson on 1st down. Completes it to Aguilar. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. That is caught, and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Isaiah Likely
from 4 yards out.
And the Ravens get a bit closer.
I'm gonna go. Hey, report! Report!
Now Jackson on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
Well, that's complete to the... After a gain of 2. 7.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us?
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup and evaluate him on the field to unlock his true potential. It's Madden NFL.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down and they will lose the football. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll power ahead but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The Ravens had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here's a peek at their past draft class. And, Charles, sometimes you'll see teams that have really specific needs they want to fill. Some can just say, well, I'm going to take the next best guy available. Maybe we see a little bit of both here in this draft.
I think you're right about that, Brandon. Plenty of talent in their class this year, some of which will contribute early and some which will be called upon down the road. The GM makes the final call after all the input from the scouts and the coaches. Now it's up to the coaches to develop the guys that the GM picked.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right,
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, and that is incomplete. Isaiah Likely the target that time.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
And they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go and get to that number 1 spot.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They take a shot downfield there, but it lines up falling incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bengals are going to get it back. They'll start with the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of... Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job controlling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long...
Hey, Alpha, say hi.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late. Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Now it's Jackson. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in the second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens send their punter out now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out this far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game. And I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Jackson, options out left. Well, he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Ravens are able to get a score.
Jackson on first down.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On second down, here's Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Jackson will throw again.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They'll try and run the option. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. John Harbaugh not afraid. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And actually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing